Live, dream, and achieve.
Day 4, I believe, anyway. I'm already starting to lose count on days. Great night last night. Set up camp, went back, had to backtrack about 2/10 of a mile to get some water, which wasn't bad. Saw the water source coming in, but it was a climb down, and I just didn't feel like doing that with the full backpack. Looks like I finished today about 14.9 miles. On my way back through with the water, Alan, a gentleman, probably about, I'm going to guess 8 years older than myself. I think he's probably early 60s, maybe late 50s. He came through it. Actually passed him on the trail earlier in the day. Thought maybe he was struggling on a bit when we were getting ready to climb up Mount Laguna. He was wearing a jacket, man. It was hot. He's wearing a jacket and everything else. So I go, "You all right?" And he was. So anyway, he came into camp, set up tent next to me, which is good. We had dinner together, visited for a few hours, and then climbed into bed a little early. I guess the excitement was about an hour after I fell asleep, about 9 p.m. Search and rescue came through with their copters, and they were out there for a good hour. I think probably either looking for an injured hiker or a lost hiker. So that's always a little nerve-wracking. Hopefully that individual's okay. Again, we're only 30 miles into the trail, so and it hasn't been that treacherous by any means. So I'm just going to assume that maybe somebody was having a medical issue or just got lost. I don't know. But again, hopefully they're okay. Time to hit the trail, and I will see you down the trail. Absolutely amazing day today. Dramatic vistas and views around every corner you take. It's gonna give you a quick update on the rescue last night, I actually ran into the co-hiker, if you will, the guy that got injured. So what happened last night is he was making dinner, and it sounds like maybe his pot tipped over, and that hot water, that scalding hot water, fell over onto his leg. So painful. My thoughts and prayers are with him. I can only imagine. Sounds like he's good. He's in the hospital right now, but he won't be able to return to the trail probably for several weeks if he chooses to. So it's a good reminder for me, just to be safe. It's those little things, right? Heading into camp right now. It's probably about I don't know, about 5:30, quarter to 6. I'm gonna guess. Sun's starting to go down a little bit on the other side of this hill. Hoping there's a couple spots left. The first one here. If not, I got another mile ahead of me. So I'm gonna cruise into camp and get something to eat. And I will see you all tomorrow on the trail. Good morning. Well, here we go again. Last night, I think I left off. I was going to hike in. I think I had about a mile or half a mile left to that first campsite. I was hoping it wasn't going to be occupied because I was kind of starting to hit that puckered out feeling. Got there, and of course, it was full, which is unfortunate because the sunrise from that spot would have been absolutely spectacular looking back down through the canyon. It's okay though. So I plowed through. I did another 1.2 miles. Came up to the next campground, and again, I was afraid that was going to be full too. So I pulled in the first campsite there. The people that were camped there said there wasn't anything available up on the top of the hill. So I went around the corner and ran into Josh and Will. So they'd already set up their tent. They thought there might be another site around in that area. They kind of scouted out the area while I was looking at basically camping on the side of the trail. There was a little spot where I probably could have set up my tent. But fortunately, Josh found a spot for me, which was awesome. It was on a slope, so it wasn't the best campsite in the world, but that's what you get when you come in last, right? So, got tent set up. I was pretty tired, made a nice hot meal. Watched the sunset, which was absolutely superb. Didn't do a whole lot of visiting last night. I ate dinner, watched the sunset, like I said. Got up, watched the stars for a little bit. And the moon was a sliver of a moon. I should have captured that on film, but boy, it was just gorgeous. And then way off in the distance, miles off in the distance, you could see city lights, which was pretty cool. So today, we are not doing 18.8 miles like I did yesterday. I'm going to try to cut that back. I don't really want to do much more than 10. Just because, again, I need to keep my body healthy. I need to remain strong. After yesterday's hike, 18.8 miles, look, the arch of my foot was a little sore this morning. The back of my knee's been giving me a little bit of problems. It's not excruciating pain by any means, but it's nagging me. So I think a nice easy day today. Looks like I have about 21 miles into the town of Julian. So I was thinking maybe trying to split that up, maybe doing 10 today, and then hike into town, I guess, late tomorrow, and maybe even get a room and take a zero. Just rest up and hit the trail fresh. So other than that, I am feeling strong. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. Like I said yesterday, hiker high, that 18.8 miles walking through that canyon was absolutely superb. So weather looks like it's gonna be good today. Looks like it's gonna be a little warmer. So off to go get some water. I'll see you on the trail. Here I'm in camp. I actually set up camp several hours ago. So hit the trail this morning. Just wasn't feeling it right out of camp, probably because I put in the 18.8 miles yesterday. Went down, got some water. At that point, a woman from Arizona ran into me. Her name is Sunflower. We ended up hiking together for about 5 miles, I guess. She hikes at a slower pace. I figured it'd be really good for me to kind of slow things down. So I just followed her up to a point. I think it was the 5 mile mark where she decided she was going to take a lunch break, and I decided to move forward. I proceeded to hike another 2 miles to a water tank where I ran into Josh and Will again, along with a guy named Stuart and his significant other JT, and a guy named Brian. We had a nice long half-hour probably break. It was really good to kind of sit around, visit, talk about the trail a little bit. Then I got up and left, and I noticed my left leg was really starting to cramp. I'm not sure what that was all about, but it gave me a little concern. Kind of powered through it, but I just took it easy. Came down to a point where the trail turns into a dirt road, and there's a campsite right there. And as I kind of passed by the campsite, there was Sunflower. She was setting up her tent there, and I'm going, yeah, it's a nice spot. But I wanted to put more miles in for the day. So I continued forward without looking at my navigation. So, lesson to myself, make sure you're regularly checking your navigation, because I proceeded to hike about 7/10 of a mile down that dirt road where the trail actually turned off right where Sunflower was camped. So long story short, 7/10 of a mile plus 7/10 of a mile is about a mile and a half detour I took today. So came back up, waved at Sunflower, proceeded up the trail. Met a gentleman by the name of Longstride. We talked Appalachian Trail for a little bit. He just finished the Appalachian Trail here 2 years ago. Quite the climb up to the top of the hill. Started down the trail, and he wanted to put in a good 8 or 9 miles. I wasn't really ready to commit to that again today. Looking at my map, my navigation. Yes, I was looking at my navigation this time. Next campsite up was 4 miles, and I was tired, so I decided to turn back around, and I actually hiked all the way back down another half a mile to where Sunflower was camped. She's on one side of the field here, I'm on the other. She has a group that joined her later on. I pitched my tent and basically went down to the creek, got some water, washed my feet, just kind of relaxed today. So I guess you call this a neuro. 10 miles in for a day will be a neuro. I don't know. I might even just do 10 tomorrow too. Just kind of my thought process on this is I'm not in any hurry, right? And I need to really condition my muscles and my ligaments for what I'm doing here. Because soon I will be doing 20, 25-mile days. And I just think I was probably a little too fast out the gate yesterday. And I knew that. So anyway, I had a quick dinner and I'm going to crash. I will see you all on the trail tomorrow.